I don't have a specific spiritual practice. I would consider myself to be a man of the people, if you will. I've showed you that I have the Tao Te Ching in my bookcase. I also have the Bible. I've owned the Quran before. I have Be Here Now. I have the Gita. I have, tons of spiritual books. 11 Rings by, what's his name? Phil Jackson. I've been to synagogues. I've been to temples. I've been to meditation centers. I've been to churches. I've had darshan with Hindu saints. I've done spells. I've done witchcraft. I've done satanic rituals. I've done occult rituals. And I am telling you with 100% certainty that none of them have ever worked for me. I'm not rich. I'm not handsome. I don't have a 14-inch penis. I'm not a trillionaire porn star. All the awesome things that one would want if there was something that could grant you that wish, right? I can't begin to tell you why we're here, what the purpose of this is, how we die, when we die, and what happens afterwards. All I know is that I'm skin and bone, flesh and calcium, and when I die, this body dies, and that's all I know. Because I've seen it happen in nature. I've seen it happen to people. Have I ever talked to a spirit? Have I ever talked to God or a demon or the devil or anything? Not that I'm aware of. Not sober anyway, that's for sure. I think the only real hardcore spiritual, interactions or experiences that I've had, like I said, have been when I've been completely obliterated on drugs and alcohol. I don't really have any justification for an afterlife. I mean, I talked to some Jehovah's Witnesses one time, and they said that when we die, we get to be with everybody we've ever known. And I said, is that heaven or hell? Because that sounds absolutely fucking awful. And so if I was raised in other parts of the world, I would think one way, or I would have grown up one way. If I was raised in the South, I wouldn't have been raised Catholic. If I was raised, on the West Coast, I could have been raised in a Scientology tradition. And, it's geographical, it's tradition, it's family tradition, it's, passed down through lineage, culture, country, town by town. I live in a town that's predominantly Catholic, or at least was for the last 100 years. And the next town over west is all Jewish. So, who's to say, ultimately, I think it's all just a bunch of bullshit and money rules the world. And when we die, that's the end of it. That's most likely the truth. That's the most probable out of anything anyone's ever said. I think if you're, afraid of religious groups or fraternities or anything, and you think that they run the world and they're all a bunch of Satan-worshiping gay pedophiles, you're probably not going to have a good life, or at least not a productive life. I think a lot of that stuff has been weeded out, except for, pockets of bullshit of bored rich people. I don't know. I'm not very spiritual. I think I like clever things that are clever stories, clever movies, clever books, clever conversation, clever videos and, the poems. And I like cleverness. I guess that would be my religion, is things that are clever. I find joy in things that are clever and entertaining, but ultimately I'm a man of the people, and I'm not associated with any type of religion or fraternal order or any type of tradition. I just kind of go throughout my life. I don't really talk about it with anybody. I don't really have anybody to talk about it with. And ultimately, I don't really care. You know, the world is a business, and when you die, that's curtains.